I don't really know how to start this. I've replayed that night in my head more times than I can count, and every time it feels like I could have just stopped myself. Like there was a moment where I still had a choice, but I didn't take it. And now I'm here. Let me go back a bit. Honestly, I wasn't a bad person, at least I didn't think I was. I had a normal routine, a job that paid the bills, a few people I talked to here and there. Nothing special, but nothing broken either. Life was steady. But I had this thing. I'd let stuff build up. Small things, annoyances, arguments, people saying things that stuck in my head longer than they should have. I wouldn't react right away. I'd just carry it with me. Looking back, that was probably the problem. That night didn't start out different. It was just another long day. I was already tired, already a little on edge. I remember sitting there thinking, I just need a quiet night. That's all I wanted. But then I got into an argument. It wasn't even about anything huge. That's the part that still gets me. It was small, stupid even. But the way it was said, the tone, the timing, it just hit something in me. At the time, it felt bigger than it actually was. I won't lie, I felt disrespected. And once that feeling settled in, I couldn't shake it. It kept growing. Every word started to sound like an attack. Every second felt heavier. I remember pacing, back and forth, trying to calm down, but not really trying, if that makes sense. Like I wanted to be angry, like I was feeding it. There was a moment, just a small one, where things could have stopped. I could have walked away. I could have said, this isn't worth it. I even thought about it. But I didn't. Instead, I said something back. Then they said something worse. And just like that, it escalated. Fast. Honestly, it's strange how quickly things can shift. 1 minute you're arguing, the next minute, it doesn't even feel like an argument anymore. It feels like something else entirely, like you're not really thinking, just reacting. My heart was racing, my hands were shaking, but I didn't step back. I stepped forward. And that's the part I can't undo. I don't even remember deciding to do it. That's what scares me the most. It wasn't like I planned anything. It was just 1 second of losing control. 1 second. And then everything changed. There was silence right after, a kind of silence that doesn't feel normal. I remember standing there, trying to process what just happened. My mind was slow, like it didn't want to catch up. And then reality started to settle in. I started thinking, what did I just do? But by then, it was already too late. I didn't have time to figure anything out. I didn't have time to fix anything, because not long after that, the police showed up.
The police showed up faster than I ever thought they would. I remember hearing the sirens first, faint at the beginning, then getting louder. And in that moment, everything in me just dropped, like my body finally caught up to what was happening. Honestly, I didn't try to run. That thought didn't even cross my mind. I just stood there, kind of frozen. My head was all over the place, but at the same time, completely empty. When they came in, everything moved quickly. Voices, questions, hands on my arms. I didn't resist. I didn't say much either. I think I was still trying to understand how I got there in the first place. I won't lie, there was a moment where I thought, maybe this isn't real, like I'd wake up and be back in my room, annoyed about something small again. But that didn't happen. They put me in the car, and I remember looking out the window. The streets looked normal. People were just going about their night. And I kept thinking how strange it was that everything outside kept moving, while my life had basically stopped. At the time, I didn't fully understand what was coming. I knew it was serious, yeah, but I don't think it really hit me until later. The station, the questioning, the waiting, it all blurred together. Hours felt like minutes, then minutes felt like hours. I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that moment again. over and over. Looking back, that's when the regret really started to sink in. Not all at once, but slowly, like it was building, the same way my anger did before, just heavier this time. Court was different. It felt quieter than I expected, not physically, but emotionally, like everything had already been decided somewhere before I even walked in. I stood there listening to people talk about me, about what I did, about that one moment, and it was strange hearing it from the outside, like it was someone else's story. But it wasn't. When the sentence came, I didn't react much. I think part of me already knew. Still, hearing it out loud, it does something to you. It makes everything final. Years. That word stuck with me. The first night inside, I don't think I'll ever forget it. Not because anything dramatic happened. It was actually the opposite. It was quiet. Too quiet. I sat there just staring at nothing, thinking about how one moment led to all of this, how something so small turned into something I can't take back. And the worst part is there's no way to reset it. Days here feel long, not always because of what's happening around me, but because of what's happening in my head. You have a lot of time to think. Too much time, honestly. I think about that night a lot, about the moment I could have walked away. It was right there. I saw it. I felt it. And I ignored it. I won't lie, that's the hardest part to accept. Not just what I did, but how easily it could have not happened. There's no big lesson I'm trying to give here. I'm still figuring things out myself, still sitting with it. But if there's one thing I understand now, it's how dangerous a single moment can be, especially when you let it take control. Because once it passes, you don't get it back.